Hi Scorpio, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the heart. So we're going to do your month ahead reading. It's your April 2019 reading. Pardon me if I suck my herbal tea while doing the reading for you folks. You've got your week ahead. I've started doing week aheads. I really like doing those. So you've got a week ahead also on the channel, 18th to the 24th of April 18th to the 24th of March 2019, and the readings are always put out now on a weekend for those week aheads, and this is your month ahead, okay? So you can look at both, you can look at one, or it's up to you. For this reading, we are using 3 different decks. To look at the general overall energy for the month, we're going to be using the After Tarot deck to look at that. And to fill in the story for the month, we're looking at past, present energies around you guys and what could be kind of coming in, future elements of the reading. We're using the enchanted Everyday Enchantment Tarot, which I really love, as you know. And we're probably going to look at the Bonfire Tarot as well, possibly just to get some further advice, okay? So let's have a look at what the energy is, and this is your general reading. You've got a love reading as well, guys, so just remember that if you want to just have a look at the love reading, just have a look at the comment section. You'll see that I've timestamped when that love reading begins. You can just click into that number and go straight to the love reading if you fancy. It's up to you. Okay, so for your general reading first, to start off with the general, what are the energies? What's the energy around the general reading? What's the energy around this month ahead, April? What's the energy around the month ahead? What is going to be the focus for the month for Scorpio? What will be the focus for the month for Scorpio? The Six of Cups energy showing there. That's on the After Tarot. Now, it's interesting because the After Tarot takes a little bit of getting used to, if I'm being completely honest with you, Scorpio, because this shows what happens after. And, you know, I don't see any point in reading... You know, I don't see any point in reading these. The way that I do tarot is I always get illustrated cards, always, because the illustrations, when they're interacting with each other, they tell a very telling story. All right, I don't see any point in getting different decks and then reading the same thing into the deck, you know, different decks. I think you should be reading different decks, especially when they're illustrated differently. You know, as well as your general knowledge of the cards, you should be able to read visually as well. I'm a visual reader as well as, you know, intuitive, as well as just knowing the meaning of the cards. So the Six of Cups is all about the past. But for me, the Six of Cups is also about family and love and trust and security. But it's, you know, the cups represent love, emotions, intuition, but they're also very focused on your family members as well when you get the cup energy showing up. So your focus for the month is going to be the Six of Cups. But if you notice on this Six of Cups, guys, the children are running off from the cups, so they're kind of being called in. Can you see the woman here? She's calling them in for dinner, and she's saying playtime is over. So I feel that really the focus for the month is on getting serious now. I think that whatever it is that you have been, just looking into the card, for me, the words playtime is over. I might name that the video actually, playtime is over. I think that playtime is over, and I feel the focus for the month is on Scorpio getting really, really serious, because for some of you guys, it might be that you have been kind of in a state of suspension for quite some time for some of you Scorpios with that Six of Cups energy. The children running off, which is why I chose this deck, because I just wanted to be able to interpret the cards in a slightly different fashion. So playtime is over. The focus for the month is for Scorpio, April 2019. We're going to get more serious here. Some of you guys are looking to get more serious in your work. Some of you guys are kind of looking to focus on what your life purpose is, you know. Because when I say playtime is over, it might be for some of you guys that you've been working in a job for a long, long time and you're kind of like, you know what, I don't really feel this job, but it pays the bills. Well, if playtime is over, it's like, you know, hell no, I'm not going to actually stay doing this. I have a life purpose. There's something more that I want. There's something else that I want to do, and I'm going to focus on that. So for the month of April 2019, for you Scorpios, you know, the focus will be on getting more serious. It's about putting childish things away, but it's not in the literal sense about putting childish things away for Scorpio. It's more about focusing on the future, you know, because these kids are putting their toys away. They're being called. If you look, they're being called. Can you see the lady here? There's a lady here and she's calling them. She's calling them in. She's calling them home. So some of you guys are now being called. You're being called to turn your back on childish things. You're being called and told by the universe that playtime is over. It's now time to move up a level, to move yourself up a level, to really focus on the things that you haven't been focusing on, or the things that you've buried for such a long time because other things have taken their place. Let's have a look at what the past situation has been. Let's just put this card here. Because what I'm going to do in a moment, once I finish this reading, we're going to get the reading again, and then I'm going to focus on the card. I'm going to put down the camera on the card so you're able to see the layout. So the bottom area, you know, the focus for the month is playtime is over. This is all about you guys looking at change. All right, so there you go. You've got the Four of Wands and you've got the Two of Swords. So I'm reading these cards visually at the moment because these cards are really kind of like, whoa, yeah. This is, whenever I look at cards like this, the pictures just stand out to me. You can see this woman here on the Two of Swords. The first thing that stands out to me is that she's got her hands crossed. You know, it's like, no. So there is an element of not wanting to see something here. And you've got the card, the Four of Wands. So this is all about the family. This is about happiness and joy and stability and security, okay? But I feel that some of you guys, it almost feels like to me, you haven't seen what you have. You haven't seen the gifts that you have. Because the Four of Wands is all about ventures. Some of you guys have been with the Two of Swords saying with the Four of Wands, if this is about a new venture, some of you guys, Scorpio, have been saying, I'm not ready with this Two of Swords energy to start this new venture with the Four of Wands. Okay, so I think that some of you guys have been saying, I'm not ready to start a new venture, or I'm not ready to do something new. Because the Four of Wands is all about new ventures. It can be a creative venture. It can mean, the Four of Wands can actually mean moving. So some of you guys with the Two of Swords have said, no, I'm not ready to move. You know, I'm not ready for this shift. I'm not ready to, you know, focus on this new venture with the Four of Wands energy. Some of you guys with the Two of Swords being that she's closed her eyes and she's kind of no like this. It's almost like you've not seen the goodness, what you've got. Because the Four of Wands is all about having that happiness and joy. Excuse me. Whoa. That passive all understanding, you know. Some of you guys haven't seen that you've actually got this. There's many ways that we can look at this, and we're going to turn the cards down, the camera down in a moment and have a look at those cards. So I just feel that in the past, Scorpio, some of you guys have been completely oblivious, because the Two of Swords can also be to be oblivious. Some of you guys have been oblivious to the good things that you have. Four of Wands is also about having good things. It's good friends, it's happiness, it's joy. And I feel with the Two of Swords, some of you guys have been oblivious with that Two of Swords energy. To the good, the Two of Swords here, to the good things that you've got with that Four of Wands, okay? Some of you guys haven't wanted to move. You've kind of been like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to indulge in a hobby. I don't want to go on holiday, for example. Four of Wands is a holiday card too. And the Two of Swords is like, no, don't have time for a holiday. Don't have time for this. Don't have time for that. And, you know, because you've been oblivious to certain things, and I think these have been really good things within your life. And it is within the family for some of you guys. The Ten of Coins shows there. So some of you guys haven't wanted as well to, you know, focus on maybe marriage, maybe getting into a loving relationship. You've got the Four of Wands and the Ten of Coins. You know, that's kind of like, Four of Wands is a marriage card. It's a union card. And the Ten of Coins is all about a stable, loving environment. It's about the home as well. All right. And some of you guys haven't wanted to. You haven't wanted to build. Four of Wands is all about building a secure, and the Ten of Coins, long-term relationship or long-term family or a long-term job. Some of you guys have been kind of like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have to kind of build either a family situation. Maybe I don't want to get married. Maybe I don't want to get involved in a long-term relationship with this Four of Wands, Ten of Coins. Maybe I don't want to move to, you know, a permanent job, or I don't want to move to another home, for example. There are things here that you've not wanted to do, things that could have benefited you in the long term. The Ten of Coins is all about the home. It's about your bricks and mortar. It's about where you live. You know, it's not like the Ten of Pentacles, very similar to the Ten of Cups, but the Ten of Cups is more about emotional satisfaction and happiness within the home. This is literally your bricks and mortar, you know, the property that you live in. And the Four of Wands is feeling happiness, you know. And some of you guys with the Two of Swords, you just haven't felt happy as well. You haven't felt happy with that Two of Swords in terms of the home, Four of Wands energy that you live in, that you've built with the Ten of Coins. Some of you guys haven't wanted to know. You've completely kind of closed your eyes and shut your heart, which is what the Two of Swords is. Closing eyes, shutting heart, to building a secure, loving, long-term relationship with others, whether that be romantic, whether that be within work, whether that be friendships. I get the impression for some of you guys, in the past you didn't want this. And I'm going to have a look at why you didn't want it. We're going to get a couple of clarifiers on that. Why didn't Scorpio want this in 1 to 2 cards? Why didn't Scorpio want this in 1 to 2 cards? You know what? Sometimes it's just really tricky to shuffle these cards for some reason. I'm using the Bonfire Tarot actually to do your clarifiers. Okay, why didn't Scorpio want this in 1 to 2 cards? Why didn't Scorpio want this in 1 to 2 cards? Right, because of the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is all about trying to find that clarity. It's about trying to overcome conflict with the Six of Swords energy. It's about movement, okay? And you've got the Seven of Swords, okay? So some of you guys have been trying to move away from some form of, because I read this, the Seven of Swords, it's funny that they should show together, but the Six of Swords is all about moving away from things. It's in front of the card, the Seven of Swords. So some of you guys have been trying to move away, I feel, from loss. Seven of Swords is loss. Seven of Swords is deception. When you get the Seven of Swords energy, Seven of Swords is a wrongdoing, something that's been done against you, something that isn't right. And I feel that some of you guys have been trying to move away with this Six of Swords energy from maybe some wrongdoing with the Seven of Swords. From maybe somebody who was deceptive with you. Maybe for some of you guys, you don't want to build a happy long-term relationship because you've been trying to overcome Six of Swords energy. You've been trying to kind of mentally heal from some kind of deception or difficulty with another individual that you've kind of experienced with that Seven of Swords. But for some of you guys, you've been trying to move forward, which is quite positive in a way, I guess, by kind of strategizing, setting a new strategy with the Seven of Swords, making some new plans. So in a way, I feel that, you know, the good thing is when you pull clarifiers, you're able to kind of open up the story a little bit there. And I feel that for some of you Scorpios, this looks more positive to me. It looks like for some of you guys, you've said, no, I don't want a long-term relationship, or no, I don't want to get married, and I don't want to build something long-term with someone because there's things here that I need to overcome. For me, you've not wanted to do certain things because there's certain things within yourself, Scorpio, you've needed to kind of overcome and you've needed to kind of deal with. And I get the impression, just looking at those cards, Scorpio, that you've said to yourself, until I do that, until I'm actually able to kind of feel good within myself, this is what I don't want right now. I don't think it's because you don't feel that you deserve it, Scorpio. I actually feel it's because you need to feel right with yourself. So, you know, right now for some of you guys, Scorpio, you're focusing on, you know, the Knight of Swords. So this is all about pursuing your passions with the Knight of Swords energy. Some of you guys are focusing on pursuing your goal. Okay, in, you know, right from the time that I'm recording this reading, you're focusing on pursuing your goals, you're focusing on pursuing your life purposes with the Knight of Swords energy that shows there, okay, which is, you know, it's a really good card. I love the Knight of Swords when it's looking very positive, okay, and I feel that you guys are in a very positive phase with the Wheel of Fortune. It's a lovely reading, it's turning out to be really good, okay. I think that you're actually looking to pursue your goals, pursue your passions, pursue your life purpose, pursue your destiny, your fate with the Wheel of Fortune. I do feel that some of you guys are in a really kind of positive phase. I'm seeing you being in a really positive phase concerning this situation, Scorpio, okay? And I feel that it's lovely because the Hermit energy shows up now. But this requires you to gain introspection. This requires you to really dig deep with this Hermit energy. This is something I feel for some of you guys that you really feel that you need to do alone. Okay, you really need to focus on doing this on your own with the Hermit, because the Hermit is all about, you know, withdrawing from the world, withdrawing from certain things. And I can see how that would work, where some of you guys are saying with this Two of Swords energy, the Four of Wands and the Ten of Coins, no, with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is like, no, I don't want to try and build and secure, you know, a relationship or build something long-term with someone, because with the clarifiers of the Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords, I am trying to find the clarity. I'm trying to overcome maybe some difficulties with the Seven of Swords energy here. Okay, maybe I'm trying to overcome some loss with the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is loss. Maybe I'm trying to, with the Six of Swords, overcome somebody who hurt or deceived me in the past, with the Seven of Swords being deception and hurt. Maybe I'm trying to find my way forward with the Six of Swords energy by strategizing and laying down some new plans with the Seven of Swords. So there's a positive element for what you guys have done in the past, Scorpio. And I feel that going into the present now, what we're looking at is the Knight of Swords, where you guys are pursuing your destiny, you're pursuing your destiny, your fate with that Wheel of Fortune. You're really feeling a very positive phase. And even though you are pursuing this destiny, this fate, you're trying to find that with this Wheel of Fortune energy, there is a need to go inward and seek and find out exactly where it is that you need to be. So the work isn't done yet. The work is definitely not over within April. Going into April then, the overall outcome, I feel, for this reading, going into April, the universe is saying to you how we're going to kind of move forward with this, Scorpio, in April, in the last 3 cards showing up here, is by love. Okay? So I feel that it's a good thing that what you guys are doing is that you're pursuing your destiny with the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you guys are really kind of pursuing your life purpose here. You know, going out into the world with that Wheel of Fortune, pursuing your destiny, your fate. Don't quite know what that is, which is why for some of you guys you are still going inward with the Hermit. You're seeking that introspection. You're seeking that inner knowledge with the Hermit energy. But the universe is saying going forth with this, Scorpio, in April 2019, you really need to be getting close to people, because the Lovers is all about allowing yourself to get close to others. So really this is a month, really, I feel that going forward with this energy, Scorpio, you really need to be focusing on getting close. And also the Lovers is Gemini, it rules communication. So this is all about kind of, you know, communicating with people, you know, not being afraid to communicate with that Lovers energy and getting close, you know, to people. But also I feel with the Fool energy that this is going to allow for more opportunities to open up. So the closer that you are to people, the more that you communicate with people, it's going to allow new opportunities to open up for you. So if you guys are kind of trying to find, well, what is my life purpose? Where am I going? Because you are pursuing your destiny and your fate with the Wheel of Fortune, but the Hermit kind of drags it back in, and the Hermit kind of then says, okay, yeah, I want to do this, but I kind of need to find that knowledge. I kind of need to find out and seek that light and seek the information on where I'm actually going. You guys know that there's something more that you need to do, okay? Before you can settle down, before you can truly fall in love, for some of you guys, before you even can think about perhaps, you know, settling down into a permanent job if you're not in one, you know, whatever it is, because you're kind of saying no to the Four of Wands energy and the Ten of Coins. And the Four of Wands is all about finding joy within the relationships, building secure and stable relationships. It's all about new ventures that bring long-term stability with the Ten of Coins. So whatever the new venture is with the Four of Wands, whether it's a relationship or whether it's a job or whether it's new friendships that bring long-term stability with the Ten of Coins, you guys are saying, no, I don't want to do that right now, because right now where your focus is that I am pursuing my destiny and my fate, and I need to take that time with the Hermit to do that for myself. So I don't really want to amalgamate with others to do that. But I feel that the universe is saying you do need to get close to others with the Lovers energy. You still need to be out there, Scorpio, communicating with others, because it could be because you're looking for the light, you're looking for the opportunity that you need to pursue with that Hermit, kind of saying, I don't really want to be around other people while I'm kind of on this journey of self-enlightenment as to where I need to be and what I need to do. I feel that the universe is actually saying to you, Scorpio, well, no, you actually do need to be around people. You really do need to be around people, you know, with the Lovers energy, because this is going to open up those opportunities. See, the Fool energy is what you're looking for with the Hermit. You're looking for that gap. You're looking for that opportunity that is going to say, that's where I need to be. Because you're kind of, for some of you guys, scrambling around in the dark, okay? You're kind of scrambling around in the dark, okay? And you need to speak to people who can open up doors for you with the Fool energy. Or else with the Ten of Swords, you're just going to have a lot of kind of pressure on you with the Ten of Swords energy. You're going to be feeling extraordinarily pressured with the Ten of Swords. There's going to be a lot of overkill, mental overkill here, all right? So I feel, Scorpio, for the month of April, this is what's going on. We're going to pull down the camera on the cards so you get to see what I'm seeing. Okay, I hope you guys can see those cards. I think that you can see them quite well. Okay. So this is the layout, guys, that we're doing for the reading. This is the past. This is kind of what you're focusing on now in the present. And this is kind of going into April, where the universe feels that you need to direct all of this energy. So let's go back quickly to the beginning of the reading. What I'm seeing, Scorpio, for you guys, your general reading for April 2019 is that Some of you guys are saying no. This is the no card. The Two of Swords, you can see she's like, no. Okay. Four of Wands is all about a new venture. Okay. So this is about mingling, talking, socializing with people, that type of thing. This is the card about community. So some of you guys are saying no to convening with people here, because the Four of Wands is all about convening. All right. It's about bringing the community together, having the chat, socializing. And some of you guys are saying, no, I don't really want to convene with people. Some of you guys don't want to convene with people in a very kind of social environment, in the workplace, for example, with the Ten of Coins. Some of you guys are saying no to kind of making friends, Four of Wands energy, within the workplace, for example. Some of you guys are saying no to building, starting, securing a new venture that has the potential to build into something long-term and secure for the future with the Ten of Coins energy. It doesn't matter whether it's relationships or work or whatever it is. Some of you guys are saying no to kind of opening yourself up to. There are cards that represent community within the tarot, things like Four of Wands, Ten of Coins, Ten of Cups. They are the greater community. Three of Wands, it's the networking cards of the tarot. But you guys are saying no to this. I feel that you guys with this Six of Swords, we clarified why, and it showed us because of the Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords. If it's a love situation, some of you guys are trying to overcome possibly somebody who deceived you, a deception within a relationship. Some of you guys are really just kind of focusing on the future with the Seven of Swords energy showing here. And in order to do that, you need to kind of, with the Seven of Swords energy, start to make some new plans. It's all about strategizing and, moving forward, that type of thing with the Seven of Swords energy here. But it's in a very kind of calculating and clever way. So some of you guys really don't want to be amongst others, whether that's love, work, whatever it is, for the reasons that you guys feel that you need to this time. It's almost like you need the space to kind of sort your heads out in a situation. I feel that going into April, and from now going into April, what will happen is that you guys are actually, for some of you, you're focusing on pursuing your destiny. The Knight of Swords is all about pursuing. It's all about pursuing your life purpose, that type of thing. And it's your destiny with the Wheel of Fortune. So this is all about pursuing your goals, pursuing your destiny, your fate with the Wheel of Fortune. But some of you guys, the thing is with the Hermit, you don't really know where this is, because you're going inward to get the knowledge with the Hermit energy showing here. Some of you guys, the Hermit is pointing his lamp as well. It's not necessarily actually pointing, though, towards that wheel, because the lamp is pointed inward. So the lamp is shining in on yourselves. This is all about you guys discovering within yourself, well, what is it that I want? What is my destiny? What is my fate? What am I meant to truly be doing? What am I here on earth to do? So some of you guys are pursuing this, the Wheel of Fortune, but you're needing to go inward to discover and to find what that is. And that's why I feel that some of you guys are kind of like with the Three of Swords energy, with the Two of Swords energy, are kind of saying no to developing with the Four of Wands energy, to building with the Four of Wands energy, to convening within the community with others and building long-term relationships, because you're saying this is something I've got to do on my own. I can't do it with other people. This is something I've got to do on my own. Okay, going into April, the universe is saying, but you need people, the lovers. This is all about people and community again. It's about communication with people. You do need people, Scorpio, here, because people can present opportunities to you. There are people around you. If you block out in this area here because you feel that you're the Lone Ranger and this is something you need to do on your own, because you're searching for your destiny here, you may end up with the Ten of Swords energy, feeling completely 100%, overkill, tired, mentally worn down, because this is all about you trying to find what that is. Whereas it might be if you allow yourself to commune, to convene within the community, with friendships, with people around you, that type of thing with the Lover's energy, they may be able to open up the doors to whatever this destiny is with the Wheel of Fortune energy. Okay, so this is a month, I feel, Scorpio, for really focusing on friendships and people who can help you, and getting out there and speaking to people who can help, and people who can kind of, give you that advice or point you in the right direction. All right, because the Knight of Swords is all about guidance, being guided. And also the Hermit, actually. Hermit is all about being guided with that Hermit energy in the right direction with the Fool. Okay, because the Hermit is shining the light, but really this Hermit is all about shining a light on the inner, on yourself, which is what some of you guys are doing. You're focusing on kind of shining that light on who you are, because you're seeking enlightenment. Look, he's got the light pointing down. and he's reading the book. This is a month for seeking enlightenment in terms of what your life purpose is. But you need others to do it, Scorpio, with the lovers. You really do need others. You need other people to help. Okay? Some of you guys really feel that you don't need anyone in these areas here. You feel that you don't need anyone. But this reading is really trying to tell you, Scorpio, you do. Which is why the focus for the month is on the Six of Cups. It's all about actually leaving the past behind with the Six of Cups energy. So this is all about, putting, childish things away, they're leaving, if you think about it, usually this is the past, but they're leaving the cups behind because they're being called. So this is all about, the universe is telling you for the month, guys, that you need to focus on what your calling is. The universe is calling you. It's represented by the mother or whoever that person is there. But the universe is calling you to leave the Six Cups behind, to leave the past behind, okay? That's going to be your focus for the month, guys. It's all about leaving the past behind. Some of you guys have had it tough. You've had it rough. And in these areas, I get the impression that you don't trust anyone. You think that this is something you can take on yourself. But the problem is, Scorpio, the more that you look at taking on all of these energies yourself, the more that you get this Ten of Swords. The more that you think, shit, I don't need anyone to help me. I can do it all alone. The more that you will be under pressure with the Ten of Swords energy to achieve with the Knight of Swords energy, to achieve the success that you're looking for with the Four of Wands. But the universe is saying, this is going to be a very difficult task. You need people around you, Scorpio. It's telling you going into April, convene, talk, lovers, energy, communicate with others. Others can present new opportunities to you with the Fool, okay? It's a lovely reading, guys. Okay, we're going to have a look at your love reading. So, Universe Spirit, just give me a love reading for Scorpio for the month of April, 2019. What's happening in terms of love for Scorpio in April 2019? What's happening in terms of love for April 2019 for Scorpio? Show me. Okay. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at what the focus for the month is going to be in the top card here. So this is going to be the energy around your love life, all right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the past of the situation, the present, and then what the overall kind of outcome will be or where things are heading in terms of April. So the overall focus for the month, guys, in terms of your love life is going to be on the Ace of Coins. So some of you guys are literally looking probably at building, okay, investing in if you're not building a relationship with someone, Scorpio, you're looking at investing in a relationship with someone, because that's the Ace of Coins for you. The Ace of Coins is planting the seed and watching it grow. All right, sometimes this is commitment. So some of you guys are very focused on a commitment with someone. You're very focused on building a life with someone, or you're focused on investing in a relationship with someone, because with the Ace of Coins, this is the very, very start. And what you'll be looking for going forward is for things to grow and things to move forward, okay, and to develop, okay, in a really kind of strong, secure and stable way. Now, the past of the situation for some of you Scorpios sees you experiencing the, here we go, that's the right way, the Empress, okay. So the Empress, you might have experienced a Taurus Libra individual, or this is somebody, male or female, who's been really, really nurturing, really loving, really kind, really understanding. Very, very attentive energy is the Empress energy. But also this is all about expansion when you get the Empress. This shows love that is felt by both parties. This is, with the Empress energy, this is kind of a mutual love, mutual attraction with the Empress energy in the past, which is a really nice energy to get. And yeah, you've got the Nine of Cups, and there was a great deal of satisfaction I feel for some of you guys in this relationship with that Nine of Cups energy, which is really, really nice energy for the past energies in terms of this relationship with that Nine of Cups energy. And some of you guys were looking at with the Seven of Coins energy. I do feel that some of you guys, because of these energies here, it looks to me like a really nice energy. Let's try and put this more center. It looks like a beautiful energy, because I think because of this energy, Scorpio, some of you guys really did look at kind of, you took a step back with that Seven of Coins and you said, right, what have we got here? You know, because Seven of Coins is when you take a step back and you say, right, what have we got here? What have we developed here? What's been the results of all of this hard work? Because you've got all this Empress energy showing here in the past, which is love that is developing. It's a healthy relationship. It's a happy one. It's an attentive relationship. It's a relationship where both parties there's mutual attraction and both parties are nurturing the relationship. Or you've got a very nurturing partner showing here with the Empress. And there's a great deal with the Nine of Cups of satisfaction, feeling fulfilled, feeling, yeah, I feel really happy with this Empress, with this woman, or I feel really happy with this male that's nurturing me, or I feel really happy and contented that we're both working towards nurturing this relationship. And some of you guys have experienced, it's either you or the partner has taken a step back just to survey, well, what have we literally built in this relationship? Because the Seven of Coins is a coin, okay? The coins are all about the value that we place on relationships, but they're also about the results that come in, especially from the Seven of Coins, from the hard work that we put in. Now, going into April, you guys, I feel, are focusing on, well, from now and going into April, it's saying, Scorpio, that you guys are focusing on the Queen of Coins. So this is all about settling down, getting a bit more serious with that Queen of Coins energy, because that's the Queen of Coins energy in a relationship for you, a relationship reading. She's all about settling down, you know, making things a bit more serious. She's the marriage card. So the focus might be on settling down, getting a bit more serious with that Queen of Coins energy. But we've got a Four of Swords showing here. That's interesting. So the Four of Swords is all about peace and harmony and healing. So it might be some of you guys are focusing on kind of settling down. If it's not you, then it might be the partner, focusing on settling down and kind of, you know, building this relationship very much long term as a way maybe to heal something here with the Four of Swords. You know, it's not always that you withdraw with the Four of Swords. Sometimes if you look at this person, it's like, oh, they're relaxing, okay? They are actually relaxing. If you're involved with a Taurus, Virgo or a Capricorn individual with that Queen of Coins energy, some of you guys are focusing on kind of being able to, with this Four of Swords energy, just really relax with this individual. So you might be focusing on a holiday or something like that with the partner with that Four of Swords energy showing here. And you've got the Six of Wands as well, which is really nice. So I feel that some of you guys are focusing on settling down with the Queen of Coins energy, really investing in the relationship with the future. It will be things like marriage, for example, that type of thing. Four of Swords is really about taking a break. So some of you guys might be focusing on taking a break with a loved one. Queen of Coins could be the partner here, focusing on taking a break with this person, for example, in order to maybe to announce something. Six of Wands can be an announcer card, it can be a messenger. So for some of you guys, it's literally focusing on with the Queen of Coins energy, possibly getting more serious, or somebody's focusing on getting more serious with you with the Queen of Coins energy, taking a bit of a break, maybe going on holiday with that Four of Swords energy, possibly looking at making some form of an announcement, potentially with this Six of Wands energy. Going into April, the energies of this relationship reading will be, in card number 1, death, which is interesting. I'm seeing a transformation happening here for some of you guys, because I think that this is the current focus energy, where it's, you know, settling down, Queen of Coins, going on holiday with the Four of Swords, and possibly making some form of a marriage announcement, or, you know, getting more serious with that Six of Wands energy showing there. But we've got, going into April 2019, Scorpio, we've got the transformation card of death showing up here. Death can also mean endings, but it's, you know, you've got the endings. Okay, so you've got the Five of Wands in the reverse, and Five of Wands in the reverse is all about compromise. So I feel that there's going to be the ending of some form of a compromise here. It's an interesting how it shifts, the energy does, but I feel that there's going to be no compromise, because death actually means no compromise, okay? So going into April, it's saying that there's no compromise. Let's have a look at what that's about, that compromise. The Nine of Coins. Nine of Coins is independence, but also this is valuing time on your own within a relationship. All right, I feel there's no compromise here, because it might be with the Nine of Coins energy showing up. There is no holiday, for example, especially if there is the focus maybe on taking a break with the Four of Swords to make an announcement. It might be that there's no compromise here with the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is in the reverse. I didn't really know that there was an argument to start with. It looks like a very, very good reading. All right. Five of Wands in the reverse means to surrender. Okay, so no surrender maybe here. Showing up in the, going into April, there's no surrender. Death is the no card, and this is no surrender. Five of Wands is backing down. No backing down. Nine of Coins. So I feel that actually this is kind of like no let up with this energy showing here, because Five of Wands is to surrender, just to say, okay, fair enough. I'm not going to, because when you do the Five of Wands, you're fighting for something. When it's reversed, you're not fighting for it. So there's no let up here. Okay, I think you guys are not backing down. Nine of Coins energy shows that I think this is saying that actually you really value this relationship. All right, so I see that, I feel relationships are going to go very well for some of you Scorpios in April 2019. All right, because the Nine of Coins means to value something. And when you've got the Nine of Coins, it's all about really valuing what you have. All right, albeit it can be kind of possessions, that type of thing. But I actually feel that you guys really value what you've got. And there's no surrendering on this. All right, no surrendering at all with this Five of Wands energy. No backing down from the value with the Nine of Coins energy that some of you guys feel within this relationship, which is why the focus for the month is going to be on developing, building, committing, investing more in a relationship for some of you Scorpios. We'll quickly do this again. Energy for the month in terms of love is about investing, building, committing to a relationship with the Ace of Coins energy for some of you Scorpios. I feel that you guys have had a really good relationship for some of you that this relates to in the past. The Empress shows up here. Somebody around you who is quite nurturing, loving. There's been a great deal of contentment, great sexual energy between the both of you with the Empress and the Nine of Cups energy showing there. Also with the Empress and the Nine of Cups, this is all about nurturing in a relationship and feeling a great deal of contentment in terms of both of you working towards nurturing and growing this relationship with the Empress. And I feel that you've taken a step back and you say, okay, let us just do a quick review of this. So I feel that a review has been done of these energies, and you might have even done it together with you and the partner. I feel going forward from that energy, from now into April, some of you guys, the focus will be on settling down with that Queen of Coins energy. You know, taking a break, probably going on holiday or taking a weekend break. For some of you guys, it will be so the partner or you can announce something with the Six of Wands energy, maybe a proposal, that type of thing. Going into April though, I feel, and it's interesting because we could read this and say, well, going in, I mean, it might simply be that some of you guys want a proposal or you want to propose, maybe to a partner. But this could actually be where this doesn't happen. So going into April, maybe the Death card is saying, well, it doesn't happen. Because you might surrender to the idea that maybe you need to kind of isolate yourself from that at the moment. Because the Nine of Coins also means to be independent of something. So maybe you need to remain independent. So I think it can work two ways. I think going into April for you Scorpios in this reading, it's simply going to be a case of, with the Death energy here, saying, I'm not going to surrender. Okay, I'm not going to give up on this thing here because I really value it. And for some of you guys, you'll say, okay, I'll probably with the Death card put this idea of proposing or proposing something, whether it's marriage or moving in together or whatever it is, to the partner. I'll probably not do that just yet because I need to surrender and own up to the fact that with the Nine of Coins energy, maybe we're just getting to know each other with this Nine of Coins. Maybe we're not, because the Nine of Coins is about not being in an exclusive relationship. So you need to own up to the fact that maybe for some of you guys it's too soon. It's too quick to do something here. And maybe I need to surrender to the idea that maybe I need to just give this a little bit more time. Because the Nine of Coins means a single woman or a single man. And this person is kind of like they're seeing someone, but they're not necessarily with them. So even though I feel that the ethos for the month will be, yeah, I want to build this thing with this person, your focus will be in that direction. Some of you guys, if you've not long been with someone here, you'll literally think to yourself, Scorpio, actually, I think I'm going to take my time with this because I haven't known them very long with the Nine of Coins energy. And for some of you guys, if you've known them a while, this is something you're not going to let up with because you definitely value them very much so. All right, that is your love and general reading for the month of April 2019. I would like to say, guys, thanks ever so much for joining me. If you would like to order a private reading, you can click on the I just above. And I will see you guys next week for your week ahead. Remember, the week aheads are on the channel now as well. All right, take care. Bye-bye.